Hey guys, this is Gaijin Hunter. Hunters online come in all forms, from confident, skilled, sociable, and resilient, to insecure, depressed, reclusive, and sensitive. The thing that brings us together is a love of the game, and for some people, taking that leap of joining other random hunters online takes a lot of courage and puts them outside of their comfort zone. While it might be obvious to many of you, your auto shoutout for when a teammate carts can really affect someone's online experience and how they feel during and after they play the game. You don't know what they're dealing with outside of Monster Hunter, what stress they have in their daily life, and this may be their only escape. So please make sure that your shoutouts are not mean. There's been a few times where I'd cart and the message was something like, noob, get better, you suck, uninstall the game, don't do that again, and stuff like that. And it really hurt and made me not only feel bad, but made me not want to play online again. On the flip side, getting a fun or supportive message like, hey, even Jesus died once, don't worry about it, or we all cart, no worries, can really take the pressure off and improve the experience dramatically. A few things I think are good to keep in mind when making an auto shoutout. Memes and quotes are funny, but if the reference is too obscure, some people may not get it, especially those from other countries. Try to use something that reads funny even if you don't get the reference. Finally, text is really hard to convey context, so messages of encouragement can sometimes come off as commands or being hard on somebody. You may have good intentions, but the way it's read could really make someone feel like they're inferior. I asked my fellow followers on Twitter for some fun examples to share and wanted to share some of my favorites. Before I share my favorites, I wanted to show these ones because these are ones where I feel that the intention was probably good, but the way it can come off can really rub somebody the wrong way. And yes, I fully expect some of you in the comments to call me a snowflake or I'm overthinking about it, but honestly, people really get affected by these messages, so I wanted to put that out there. For the first one, it's a very famous God of War quote. The obvious shout out that comes from a player if they don't edit it is sorry. So the response here is don't be sorry, be better. Now, I like the quote, it's great in context, but if you haven't played God of War, this sounds really mean. Like you cart, you say you're sorry, and people are saying don't be sorry, be better. Like I remember my teachers using to say that to me in class when I was in elementary school, and it still sticks with me. I really hated it. It feels very condescending. Very commanding, and I just, you're telling me that I wasn't playing good. Maybe I was, and I just made a mistake. It happens, right? So, I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on this one. Some of you guys may say that I'm overthinking it, but I think it's probably better not to use a quote like this, just in case. Stuff like LOL noob, obviously that's not positive. I don't know why someone would use that. Next one, it's okay, just try to do better next time. The intention here I get, right? Like, don't worry if you cart, you come back, you can do better, we can win. The problem here is that it really comes off as saying that you weren't playing good. Like, okay, you know what, you carted, it's fine, but play better next time. To me, that's almost like telling somebody if they did bad on a math test, like, don't worry, but use your head next time. That's how it comes off to me. Next one, you were the chosen one. This I think is actually kind of fine because it's Star Wars, so a lot of people know it. And if you read it, even if you don't know the reference, it's kind of funny. It's like saying, oh, I thought you were the hero and now the hero's gone and died. But it's not a bad one, but it's one that I would say that, it could read differently depending on if you know the movie or not. The next one, that's okay. I don't like getting good rewards either. I think the idea here is that it's just trying to say don't worry about it. Like the rewards from requests are just zenny. It's not a big deal. But this could be really read the wrong way, and people can be saying like, thanks for taking away my good rewards. And it feels almost passive aggressive. So I wouldn't use that personally. Damn bro, you got the whole squad laughing. I think the intention here was that, people are just laughing and having a good time. When someone carts, I laugh. When I cart, I laugh. It's just you're having fun. So I think the intention here is to say, don't worry, it's funny, like we all cart. But if you just read it as it is, it could be like we're all laughing at you, like, wow, you suck. So be careful with messages like that. A few people, this might be a meme or a quote that I just don't get, but several people responded with, you should have rolled. I don't get the reference, but if you don't get the reference, it makes it sound like you don't know how to evade, you don't know how to play this game right, and that doesn't feel good to be told that. So again, let me know in the comments, like, is this a reference to something? If so, then I just don't know it. But as an auto shout out, I wouldn't exactly feel good if I was told this if I carded. Okay, now jumping into a bunch that I liked. I didn't put the "omae wa mo shindeiru" because there was like several people who responded that. That's that famous quote from the Japanese anime, which is funny. And if you don't know it, it's just like, okay, I have no idea what this guy is saying. So I think it's fine. Let's go through some of these. So like snake, snake. It's a reference from Metal Gear Solid. It's funny if you get the reference. It's not really anything if you don't understand the reference. But it's pretty funny because I think when Snake died in the game, the guy on the radio would be like, Snake! And calling out to him. So pretty funny. Don't worry, Fortified is worth it. I like this because not only does it give them a good hint, like maybe a player didn't think about that. Oh, if I use Fortify, if I cart, I can actually get 20% or whatever buff in my attack power. I should be running that. So it's a good game tip, but it also tells people like, don't worry, if you carted, there's actually a benefit. So like, don't sweat it. So I really like this type of message. This next one, those cats are kidnapping them, is one that got me laughing when I first saw it, because when you cart, obviously the carts pull away the hunter on a cart. So I thought that was pretty cute. Cries in Japanese. I don't know why either, but it made me laugh when I read it as well. I have no idea why it's cry in Japanese, but it's pretty funny. The shoutouts from Remika up above. Don't worry, I carted a lot more. When my teammate faded, I like that. Just letting people know I cart too. We all cart. Don't worry about it is always nice to hear if you're on the side that carted. The other one, personal use, is don't forget to buff back up, honey. I like this as well because it's a good reminder. Like a few of you guys actually had these comments where it's like, don't forget to eat again or don't forget to restock. You're actually giving them a hint because a lot of times when you faint or you cart, you really want to get back in the action and just try to help the team. It's nice when someone reminds you, hey, you actually have an opportunity to do something that we don't. So take that opportunity. It's a good reminder, and it takes the pressure off. Michael says, I like to be encouraging, keep people pumped, so mine is no sweat. Now get back to it, Fiverr. I like this. Feels very on brand for Monster Hunter World. Next one happens to the best of us. That is most definitely true. And the next one here, my cart out is a play on Bob Ross's Happy Little Bush with Happy Little Carts. I like this one as well. Even if you don't get the reference, it reads nice. You can tell the intention is nice. And if you do know the reference, it puts a smile on your face because Bob Ross puts a smile on our face. In case you're curious, I do change my message a lot, but my current one is, it's okay. Carting is part of the fun, which I honestly do believe. Especially when we're down to the last cart. I always find those hunts to be the most memorable and most thrilling. Okay, and one more page of great shoutouts that I think are good ideas for you guys if you want to go and edit your auto shoutouts. Top one on the left here we're going to start is take your time. I like that one. It's cute. Having a little smiley face is another way of getting across the intention because, again, it's text. For when teammates and myself carting, it's everybody carts sometimes, and that's a reworded lyrics from the REM song Everybody Hurts Sometimes. I got the reference. Even if you don't get the reference, though, I think it's pretty nice. Next one, even a monkey falls from trees, from Eric's, a friend of the channel. It's true, even if you're really good and you play it all the time and it's your natural ability, you can still fail. So even a monkey falls from a tree is a good classic shout out that I've seen before. Can't remember mine off the top of my head, but it's similar. It happens to us all. I agree, it's something to try to encourage the fallen companion to get back up and resume the hunt. I like this as well. It really, I think, echoes in all the ones that I've been showing off here, is this type of feeling. Next one, carts make you stronger. That is true, both in the sense that in Monster Hunter, the more you fail, the better you get, because you are learning what not to do. And there's all part of the experience of being a hunter, is getting better as a player. Also, you can take this as a double meaning because with Fortify in Monster Hunter World, a cart could actually be making you stronger. Get back in there. I mean it more as motivation, but I can see how it can come off as rude. I wanted to include this one because this person is very self-aware. Like, get back in there can sound really rude if you read it that way. And again, because this is a text, you don't know. It's supposed to be, hey, get back in there. You got this. You know, it's like a coach. But get back in there could sound really rude. So this is one where I think they're correct, and I would suggest editing it a little bit, just so it's not taken the wrong way. Don't worry, my friend, we got this. I like that one. It's nice and warm. Don't worry, man. Even Jesus died once, so it seems like another person ran into this message and had a fun laugh from it as well. Mine is tell the handler to stay out of the box. And I've seen a few of these comments where it references the handler because she's back at camp, and I find those funny. And then someone says I just use F. And F, obviously, to pay respects. It's a well-known game trope at this point. Even if you don't get it, people don't, I don't think, take it the wrong way. But I think it's okay because it's kind of like streamer culture now. Like if someone dies, you don't mean it in a bad way. You just type F. It's like oof, you know. Even oof is a good message actually if you want to use it. Anyways, those are some great ideas. I would love to hear down in the comments below some of the messages that you've gotten that really put a smile on your face, made you feel better, made you feel more welcome, made you feel less bad for carding. Because honestly, when you get a message like this that makes you feel good, you tend to stick around with that team longer and the morale is better. And I actually find that the hunts become more efficient as well because people aren't afraid of pissing off other people. They're not feeling upset at their players. They're not going to leave if they double card on accident or even triple card, which I've done before. So definitely, I think this is an important topic that I wanted to talk about. And I've talked about it way too long, so I'm going to end the video there. So hopefully this was interesting for you to listen to. It's something to think about. Until next time, happy hunting.